Hey guys, what's up? It's Heather LaBoss here. Welcome back to my channel. Now today's video is not going to be all rainbows and sunshine. I'm going to be talking about some more dark personal stuff on here that I've been experiencing. Now, I am not new to a freaking Phoenix rebirth, okay? I have been through so many just rock bottom moments in my life, but this one recently just really threw me off course for a bit, and I thought I would actually walk you through some of the strategies that I started to take in order to see the light on the other side of the tunnel. It's really difficult when you're going through something to see how your life can get better, and it can just feel like you're being sucked into the abyss and there is nothing to look forward to. So I wanted to share some of the things that really helped me get out of that mindset and get into a lot better state. Okay, let's do a little life update trauma dump. I lost my pet hamster, Wesley, and he was getting up there in age, and he lived a good life. But, you know, he was my morning sunshine. He woke me up every morning and just made everything so special, so it was really hard losing him. And then Christmas came around, and I don't talk to my family anymore. I cut them out of my life, and so that was already difficult. But I ended up finding out that Don, who is a long-term subscriber who'd comment on every single video, and he's been following my work that I've done on my other YouTube channel for probably like a decade, okay? Always hyped me up. He passed away from cancer, and I found that out on Christmas. And then in January, my pet rabbit Echo died, and that was just really the last straw for me. He was my guardian angel. He was my everything. He was basically my best friend. He was my world, and losing him was just like, I don't even know like how to put that grief into words. Like, I'm not gonna lie, guys, like I wanted to just delete myself. The pain was just so heavy. I was losing my hair. My house was just a complete wreck all the time. And I kept getting sick. Back of my head, I would just think, I was just a few happy pills away from just letting everything go, because it felt like life was just completely meaningless at this point. And the things that brought me happiness were gone. I didn't really know how to get out, and I'm going to be sharing these strategies that really did help me get through these really dark times, and I think they'll help you as well. So the first thing that really helped me was I did have to have a completely different perspective shift. I realized that, my rabbit, my hamster, Dawn, they wouldn't want me to just give up on life and shrink, They would have wanted me to live life to the fullest, even though I'm struggling right now, even though it's dark and I don't have them in my life anymore. And I just, in that moment, I had to start living for them. I also talk about this in my goal setting course. If you are upset and sad, that you don't stay inside and let those thoughts really spiral, because it can get really out of control. So even I live in West Virginia now, even it's been snowing like crazy out here, and even the days where it just looks like freaking Silent Hill and I just don't want to get out of bed, I've had to make myself go. I would make myself go to Starbucks, because the thing is, if I was alone with my thoughts, I would start to think there's just no happiness left in my life. So I would force myself to get up, and I would go and get my favorite drink. I love a little pistachio, and of course the people that are at Starbucks are just freaking low-key light workers, so that was always really nice. It is good to get your feelings out and everything like that, but if you are staying in them for too long, it is just too much. It's just too much for yourself. So you actually need to incorporate physical movement so that you are not in your head, and that's going to be really good for you. It really changed my perspective of thinking of, my pets and Dawn as having a contract, and I wasn't losing them, but I had that allotted time. Think about it that way. I had that allotted time with my pets, my subscriber that always hyped me up on everything that I posted. I think of it as this was the allotted time that they were going to be on this earth, and I am so incredibly grateful that during that time I got to have it spent with me. Celebrate the goodness that came out of the time that I got to spend with them, instead of just thinking about the fact that they were gone. There is honor in keeping their memory alive by moving forward. The fourth thing that really helped me is having this idea and this mantra that my boss actually told me, and he said, you know what, life works in seasons, and you're not weak for being in the winter of your life. You're strong. You have to, there's different survival skills if you were out in the winter, and seeing myself as strong rather than just being beaten down by life was really useful. Last but not least, this actually came out of nowhere for me, and this is not something that I would have thought that I would have included on my list, but it's actually healing through community. Now, when I was first going through everything, I actually really relied heavily on ChatGPT, which I know some of you guys would probably like roast me about, but funny enough, like grief really just forced me to open up. I don't know, like basically Echo was my best friend, you know what I mean? And so during this time, I actually got closer to people in my life, which was actually probably really healthy for me. And I even got closer to my faith, even though when everything was first going on, I'm like, am I cursed? Seriously, like, God, why would you do this? Like, why would you take away the things that brought me the most joy in my life? Like, I just don't get it. And even though it's just been really difficult dealing with that, I am seeing that there's so many other blessings that are around me that are just waiting for me to open up and draw them closer in. And I'm doing great now, but dude, I was not okay for a bit. At the beginning of this year, I felt completely just wiped out, and so I thought I would share how I got back on track, because these things are tried and true, and they've really helped me, and all the other craziness that I've been through in my life, it's also helped during those times as well. I hope you guys like the background of my video and stuff like that. I have a really awesome roommate. Their name's Maddox, and they are just super cool, and they helped me come up with the background and everything for this video. So I hope that you enjoy the content that I've been putting out, and I know it's been a while since I've been able to make something, but I hope that you really get a lot out of this video. Thank you so much for holding space for me, and you know, it has been a lot, but at the same time, once you're at a point where you're starting to see things finally start to go in a better direction and you've been able to heal, it does get so much easier, and it does get so much better. And I don't want to say it gets easier, it's almost more so you see the strength in yourself for being able to lose something that you care about so much and be able to really still keep getting up in the morning. And that is a powerful thing that you shouldn't overlook. If you want to talk about some of the things that you're going through, feel free to share some of your tips and strategies in the comments below as well. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I will see you guys in my next video. Mwah.